What's going on YouTube? This video isn't for veterans. This isn't for people that have been pressure washing. This is for people that haven't started. They haven't got their first job yet. I get a lot of these comments from people that, or emails or text messages or Facebook messages of people that say, hey, I'm looking to start my business in the next month or 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. This message is for you specifically because most of my life I've been that same way. I'm like, one day I'm gonna start, next month I'm gonna start, 6 months I'm gonna start, and usually that time would never come. I would never feel like I had enough information. I never felt like I had the right equipment, supplies, resources, connections, all these things that people on YouTube tell us we have to have, or books tell us we have to have. You know, or you look at people that are already established that have been doing something for 10 years and you say, I'll never be like that. They look at how outspoken and well-spoken they are. Look how much they know about their industry. Like, I get it. It's analysis paralysis. There's so much information when you're getting into a new industry. Mainly, the main motivation for people to even consider starting a pressure washing business that I see is just like me. I hated my job. I hated working for people. I wanted to have my own business. I want to be able to control my schedule, my time, which is not really realistic when you're when you have a small business. But I want to talk to you guys because I don't even know where to start when somebody sends me a message. Hey, I'm looking to start my business in the next month or 6 months. Do you have any advice? What should I do? How should I do it? What equipment should I get? They ask a million questions just like I did in the past. I've tried to start over 10 businesses in the past. This is the only one that I've ever stuck out longer than a year and actually made something from. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm definitely not an expert, but I want to tell you guys how to get your first 10 jobs. I think that 10 jobs is a pretty solid number to be comfortable, to be familiar with your equipment, to know what you need to do from that point to optimize your setup, to be more efficient, and actually have testimonials, have reviews, have before and after pictures that you can use as a resource to generate more leads, okay? And mainly my advice is going to be close family members, friends, social media, essentially your warm market. That's the easiest way to get that little bit of experience, conviction, and confidence in your abilities in this industry. So I wouldn't necessarily decide to start a pressure washing business and then the same day only go to cold prospecting and talk to people you don't know, because you're not going to have that same conviction. You're not going to be able to knock on somebody's door and say, I can take care of your driveway in the next hour or two and it's going to look better than it ever has before. You know, it's not as simple as just, you know, pressure washing with just water. You know, we use chemicals, like professionals use chemicals. There's a process, and we understand how chemicals react and concrete reacts, and we know what to use on siding and roofs and windows. We know what, you know, that's stuff that comes with time and experience and talking to people. So the way to build that confidence is just to get your feet wet as fast as you can. So let's say you've decided, I'm going to do this. If you have equipment, that's awesome. If you don't worry about it. There's either two options if you don't have any equipment. Call 10 to 15 people that you are really close with or relatively close with and tell them your intentions. Like, hey, Uncle Steve, I plan on trying to make some side money doing pressure washing. Do you mind if I borrow your pressure washer for like a day or something, or maybe a couple weeks? You know, and it's negotiable. Some people will be like, no, I don't want you to do that. And some people are like, yeah, let me help you. No problem. And if they say no, call the next person. Call the next person until you can. Or what you can go ahead and do, this is another option if you don't have equipment and you don't have anybody that will, you know, let you borrow their equipment. What you could do is go ahead and call 5-10 people close to you. It could be your mom, dad, brother, sister, uncle, cousin, anybody, and say, hey, or a close friend, and say, hey, I plan on starting a part-time little side hustle pressure washing business I'm gonna do on the weekends. Would you mind if I did your sidewalk this weekend for free? Or you can tip me, whatever. Like, just do that for the first 1 to 3 jobs. I wouldn't say, hey, I'll do your house and your driveway for free, You know, if it's a small driveway, like target people that you know have like a smaller driveway, or a vinyl siding house that isn't. It's pretty easy. You know what I mean? The purpose here is just to get your confidence. So reach out to these people and say, hey, do you mind if I pressure wash your driveway this weekend? And they say, okay, yeah, I don't mind. I mean, how much do you want to charge? And you say, honestly, I'm just trying to learn. I'm trying to get my experience, because I do want to make this more of a every weekend side hustle evening job thing here. So you can tip me kind of whatever you want. I'm not trying to get, extract a lot of money from you or get rich off you. I just want to get that experience, and I want to get good before and after pictures. And just use that same message for 5, 10, 15 people, depending on how many people say yes. Just don't do a bunch of free stuff at first. I think I did 2 or 3 free jobs, and they ended up tipping me anyway. It was family, and I appreciate them, and they know who they are, so it really helped. But that's not the goal. It's to build the confidence. It's to get familiar with the equipment. It's to learn how to turn it on, how to just operate everything, because it seems straightforward, but if you've never operated this kind of stuff, it isn't straightforward. It isn't just that simple. Okay. But from there, you want to make sure you get really good before and after pictures, especially if you're trying to do concrete at first and understand about not leaving lines on concrete and post-treating, pre-treating. Learn that on YouTube. But if you don't know that yet, just do a little sidewalk or something. And to get really good before and after pictures, wet down the concrete with water, and then take a picture while it's dirty and wet, okay? Because it looks dark and it looks real bad. And then once you pressure wash the driveway, make sure you blow all the crap off, all the dirt off, let it dry completely, then take an after picture. And now put those two together. A wet and dirty picture and a dry and clean picture. The contrast, it's eye-catching to people. And what you're going to do is use those before and after pictures to post on your social media page. Don't create a business Facebook page. Just use your personal page for now. Eventually you will create a business page down the road. But what you're going to want to do with those first couple of jobs is tell them, hey, I'm just doing this because I want really good before and after pictures. You don't necessarily have to pay me if you don't want to. That's fine. But I want you to also leave me a testimonial, or a review, or just make a post on Facebook that says, hey, Bob came out to my property today and really took care of my driveway. Highly recommend if you're looking for somebody to pressure wash your house driveway concrete. Boom. Now you have one job completed. Maybe you got paid, maybe you didn't. You got good before and after pictures, and you have a testimonial that many people can see. So that's just from one customer. And that could be a friend, family, it doesn't matter who it is. It's somebody that trusts you, somebody that wants to help you. Now, rinse and repeat that 2 or 3 more times without really charging like a specific price. And don't worry about pricing right now. All you're trying to do is build your confidence, get your experience, get some testimonials, get before and after pictures. That's all the whole focus should be right now. So once that happens, you're just gonna rinse and repeat for the first 2-3 jobs like that. And then start charging a little bit. Hey, it's only gonna be $75 to do your little sidewalk, or $100 to do your driveway. If it takes you all day, that's fine. But you need to learn. You have to go through the hard, difficult challenges at first. Now I can do a pretty big driveway with a walkway and sidewalks. I can do that in an hour and a half. Okay? And maybe quicker. When I first started, it took me 4 or 5 hours. Genuinely. Because I didn't have a good setup. I had to drag the machine everywhere. I didn't really know how to hook everything up efficiently, and there's a lot to learn, okay? So as far as efficiency goes, don't worry about efficiency. Don't worry about pricing. Don't worry about knowing everything. Just get that experience. Because also, this is the best time to learn on YouTube, is not when you haven't started. It's when you've gotten a couple jobs on your belt. Now you can go to YouTube, and what we're saying in these videos across the different channels is going to click with you. Oh yeah, that is what happened when I did that driveway, and now I know how to do it better. Let me go back next time and let me fix it. Let me do something different. But learn about pre-treating concrete and post-treating concrete with bleach or chlorine. Just learn about that a little bit. You can use a pump sprayer or a spray bottle, it doesn't matter. So I'd highly recommend that. With somebody that hasn't started this business, just get your feet wet. Don't just sit around and say you're going to start next month. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you don't have equipment and you can't find somebody that you know that will rent it out to you, go ahead and schedule a job. And this is if you right out of the gate, it's like, hey, I'll do your driveway, your whole driveway for $100. Boom. And they're like, okay, well, I agree to that. We'll do that this coming up Saturday. Now go to Home Depot and rent that machine. I mean, it's not the most efficient, it's not the best way to do it, and you're gonna have to spend a little money. But if you want that experience, there you go. And you can do that. You can now, once you get that job done, the concrete or whatever it is. I prefer you to do concrete the first couple jobs. I prefer you to, and not new concrete. It has to be old concrete, because new concrete you could damage with a pressure washer. Use old concrete that's been around for 10, 20, 30 years. You know, it's less likely to be damaged. But yeah, from that point, you get good before and after pictures. You get a testimonial or two. Now you can use that pressure washer. You can rent a pressure washer from Home Depot until you can afford to get your own. And you don't need to buy a fancy machine. You can get a 2.5 gallon a minute machine. That's fine, no problem. I started out like that too, and now I have a 4 gallon a minute machine, and eventually I'll get to an 8 gallon a minute, or maybe a 5.5 gallon a minute machine, and then an 8 gallon a minute machine. You know, we'll see. So that's my advice for people that haven't started yet. Get your butt out there and get some experience, build your confidence, build your conviction. Then you can worry about door to door, you can worry about marketing and Facebook and all this stuff. Don't start a Facebook business profile until you've done about 10 jobs, okay? Just post stuff on your regular Facebook profile. Just say, hey, look, guys, I'm make a introductory post. Like, hey, guys, I'm getting into the industry. Thought I'd let everybody know. If you want, you know, if you want some pressure washing done, here's some pictures of work I've done in the past couple weeks. Here's some testimonials. I'd love to help you out, and I'll give you a good deal. Right? And then don't stress about pricing. You're going to underbid everything at first. Like, that's just how it works. Nobody comes out of the gate and they charge appropriately, because you're so lost essentially, like, and you're not that efficient. So you can't base it off of hourly. I would never charge hourly, because at first it don't make sense. Like, if you're like, I want to make $50 an hour, like, it may take you 4 hours to do a small driveway. You know, does somebody want to pay $200 for a real small driveway? I mean, they could, but I wouldn't charge that. You'll figure out your pricing over time, so don't worry about it too much. The pricing, just get the experience, and that's all that's holding you back, is just not doing it. So just do it. Just do 2-3 jobs for free. Small jobs, a sidewalk, a small driveway, a porch, something like that. And then you get the pictures, the testimonials, and let's rinse and repeat. Let's put that on repeat. And you can private message people and send them, hey, I just did this driveway, boom, here. Do you mind if I do yours? Would you pay me this for do it? Would you pay me $125 or $100 to do your driveway? And there you go. Your confidence builds, experience builds, your reputation is building slowly. And next thing you know, you'll figure out pricing, you'll figure out equipment, you'll figure out efficiency, you'll figure out how to get more jobs, how to effectively clean houses, roofs, windows, driveways. You'll figure it out, but not if you just sit on the sidelines and say, I'm going to start in 6 months. So if this helps you, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Hopefully you find some value in my channel. I like to talk to people, especially new people, because I've been that person before. So anyway, see you guys later.